Actualize your dreams with the Loving Energy. The Loving Energy newsletter, Rabbit issue number 6. What we have here: 1. Hello Visionary. 2. I am a TDR open Berlin ox. 3. Tunnel ox horn tip. 4. Sekhem pyramid transmission. 5. I am airy fairy happy-go-lucky. 1. Hello Visionary. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Loving Energy newsletter, Rabbit issue number 6. From time to time, I hear my friends, clients, and colleagues say that they feel like the odd one out. They have learned so much on metaphysical subjects, and yet, when they share their joy and fascination with their friends and family, they got ridiculed. Oh, the frustration. I have been there too, until this Chinese idiom popped into my mind one day. Foolish grandpa, move mountain. Let me tell you the story behind this idiom. Long time ago, in a remote village in China, there lived Grandpa Foolish. He earned this nickname from having many foolish ideas. One day, the villagers went to Grandpa Foolish to ask what foolish idea he was having. All morning, Grandpa Foolish's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren had been walking back and forth to the mountains carrying rocks. We are moving the mountain, announced Grandpa Foolish. What? Whatever for? Asked the villagers. When we travel to the town, we have to circle these mountains and it takes us months. When we remove the section of the mountains in front of us, we will reduce the travel time drastically. Mwah! Mwah! The villagers laughed out loud in unison. Only one of them managed to stop laughing to say, How are you going to manage that? You are 90 years old and are lucky to be alive. How foolish are you to think that you can move mountains? Although I shall die, I have children who live. Children birth grandchildren. Grandchildren also birth children. Children also birth children. Children also birth grandchildren. Children, grandchildren, grandchildren. No limit, none lack. Meanwhile, mountains do not increase. Why worry and not flatten? The mountain god overheard and was scared for the fate of these two mountains. They asked for help from the Sky Emperor. Upon hearing Grandpa Foolish's vision, the Sky Emperor was greatly touched by his determination and ordered Big Strength God's two sons to separate the mountains. As a result, Grandpa Foolish and the villagers' path were no longer blocked by these mountains. This story taught us the importance of determination and perseverance. We also learned that whether an idea is foolish or not, it depends on from whose point of view. May you persevere with your vision with glorious joy. Love, Stephanie said, the Loving Energy. Note: whenever I translate Chinese phrases or idioms, I like to translate word by word so you get a flavor of the Chinese language. If written in correct grammar, the idiom would be Grandpa Foolish moves mountains. I wrote Foolish Grandpa moved mountain because 1. We put the titles like Mrs. and Mr. after the name. 2. There are no verb conjugations in the Chinese language. The verbs remain the same regardless of the time frames or pronouns. 3. Nouns do not have plural forms. I also translated word by word from Although I shall die to Why worry and not flatten, because the story was written in classical Chinese and this is a well-known paragraph which I'm going to read to you in the Cantonese dialect. See if you can work out which word means child or children and which means grandchild or grandchildren. 我雖死，有子傳焉，子有生孫，孫有生子，子有有子，子有有孫，子子孫孫，無窮貴也。而三不加增，何苦而不平？2. Amid TDR, the Divine Reveal, Open Bearland Ox. The Divine Reveal TDR is a quantum health process that typically runs for 5 to 8 weeks, approximately 12 to 14 hours appointment time. Mocha Ahern was inspired by Anita Mujani's near-death experience as detailed in her book Dying to Be Me to create this unique modality for bringing phenomenal transformation to committed individuals. All sessions are conducted online via Zoom. I'm offering the complete TDR process free of charge for another moon cycle. If you want to receive this free offer, attend a TDR introductory session or on before the 17th of July 2023. To drop me an email if you cannot find a suitable time in my online schedule planner. To read more about TDR, please use the link in the description box to go to my TDR page. Want to jump right into the TDR inquiry process by scheduling a TDR introductory session? Please use the link in the description box. When I asked my Divine Spirit team if I were to continue the free TDR offer for this moon cycle, they showed me an ox plowing a piece of bare land. I knew what they meant. Yes, continue. I consider myself to be one of TDR's open bearland oxen. The Cantonese slang hoi fong ao, open bearland ox, literally means an ox that plowed the bare land as the first step in cultivating the land. The phrase describes someone who is either the first to settle in an area or who helps to start something new. Open as a verb, which means to open up or to start something. It can be tough being an open bearland ox, without knowing when the seed can be sown, nor when the harvest season will be. Whenever I feel frustrated, I remind myself that I didn't need to create a modality from scratch like Mocha Ahern, the TDR founder, did. Can you fathom how much time, effort, and brains she had put into it? And then she had to scratch her head somewhere to figure out how to teach it. Meanwhile, I happened to be at the right place at the right time, and I inherited all the knowledge, skills, and the exquisitely intricate modality. I am a lucky open bearland ox. 3. Tunnel ox horn tip. Snails and spirals used to remind me of the Chinese idiom 豬牛角尖, tunnel ox horn tip. Imagine a tiny mouse going inside an ox's horn. As it tunnels deep into the tip, it can no longer turn around and is completely stuck. The phrase describes when a person becomes fixated in an idea. For example, I thought I must make the newsletter as short as possible in order that people would read it. I was so frustrated and kept on shutting myself up for the stories that I wanted to tell, until one day I had the labyrinth moment. Do you know that a labyrinth and a maze are not the same? A maze is composed of multiple paths that are designed to confuse you, whereas a labyrinth has only one path that brings you to the middle. You might have come across one in a retreat center or even on a beach. If you haven't, visit the Worldwide Labyrinth Locator to find one near you. The link is in the description box. One day, when I saw a painted pebble with a spiral design, I pondered on how I could tunnel into an ox horn tip and get stuck on an idea. Idea like thinking people would laugh at what I do, or feeling guilty about not doing what I think I should do. All of a sudden, the image of a round labyrinth came to mind. You see, although the first ever labyrinth was created in Crete, the island where I live in Greece, to house Minotaur, the half-bull, half-man being, the labyrinths nowadays are a metaphor for going to our inner center to quiet the outside noise in order to listen to our inner guidance, so that we can go back to the outside world with a regained sense of calmness and clarity. Since then, whenever I feel I have tunneled into an ox's horn tip, I replace the horn with a labyrinth, and immediately I rest my mind in the center of the labyrinth till I am ready to look at the situation with calmness and clarity. During this moon cycle, notice when you are having a tunnel ox horn tip moment. Imagine yourself at the center of the labyrinth. Allow yourself to breathe slowly and deeply to clear your mind from the outside noise, and when you're ready, come back out of the labyrinth with calmness and clarity. Without meaning to, I have used a couple of Chinese phrases featuring oxen in this newsletter. If you would like to know other Chinese phrases that feature oxen, there's an article for you. I put the link to this article in the description box. There are times when we need guidance from our higher self and spirit guides when we are stuck inside an ox's horn tip. Whether you have good connection with your divine spirit team or you are a beginner at this, my friend Annette Bouchet has the most wonderful tool, Quantum Connect, to assist you to receiving information from your team as well as getting to know yourself in a deeper level. Annette is now offering a 50% discount for her Quantum Connect service, reducing this 45 minutes session to only $25. I had a delightful and informative session with Annette myself, and you can read my review in her Quantum Healers page. I put the link in the description box. To claim Annette's generous offer, subscribe to her newsletter by using the link in the description box, or by visiting her website. The link to her website is also in the description box. After signing up, you will receive an email with a 50% discount coupon code for booking a Quantum Connect session with Annette. The coupon code is valid for use for the month of June, and you can schedule for any date between now till the 31st of July. For Sekhem Pyramid Transmission. Summer has officially arrived and all insects thrive. I enjoy watching insects like ants and butterflies. I welcome even grasshoppers and beetles when they startle me with the surprise entrance. But mosquitoes, ugh. One of my land and property healing with Sekhem clients put in a request to eliminate flies, mosquitoes, and other small insects at her home. You see, when you request for this service, you are asked to send in all your requests and expectations. It can be about anything, and you can have as many requests as you want. For example, my home is haunted and I want the ghosts to be busted. My house is not selling and I want help to sell it. I don't feel good at home and need help. Upon receiving the requests, I consult my Divine Spirit team if all the requests and expectations can be met. The answers are usually yes, or guidance will be given. In the case of flies and mosquitoes, my team said guidance will be given, and it was. They explained that the insects in this client's home reflected her mental state. When her mind became still, the insects would be gone. My client said she suspected as such and was determined to practice stillness in the mind and not be annoyed by the insect anymore. In the article, Why Are Mosquitoes? I muse about these tiny creatures and I share a way to ease the itchiness of the bites. The link to this article is in the description box. The link to my land and property healing with Sekhem is also in the description box. Sekhem pyramid transmission started when an idea came to me to share Sekhem in a simple way. It is not how I normally facilitate a Sekhem treatment. What I do with Sekhem pyramid transmission is that I channel a certain amount of Sekhem energy for you. I also create a pyramid for you as sacred place to be placed around you when you are receiving the transmission. My Divine Spirit team fill the pyramid with elements and colors according to the moon cycle's collective energy need. You can receive this transmission at your convenience during this moon cycle. Here's what you need to do in order to receive this transmission. 1. Get comfortable by either sitting with your back supported or lying down on your back for relaxation and circulation. 2. Give intention to the effect of, I would like to receive the rapid issue number 6 Sekhem pyramid transmission now to my highest good and will. 3. Relax for about half an hour. That's it. This time, my Divine Spirit team filled the pyramid with vibration of rose quartz, copper, and St. John's wort flower. Look up the properties of these items if you feel drawn to. You may or may not feel anything. It's fine. Having sensation is not a requirement. The only requirement is that you are willing to receive. Please remember to say, to my highest good and will, so you know you are in control. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or leave a comment in the comment section. Note, Sekhem pyramid transmission is prepared for only my newsletter subscriber. If you would like to subscribe to my newsletter, please use the link in the description box. If you have a friend who would like to receive monthly Sekhem pyramid transmission, you can also let them know about this offer. 5. I am airy, fairy, happy-go-lucky. The You Are Amazing affirmation for this moon cycle is, I am airy, fairy, happy-go-lucky. I've always liked the phrase airy fairy as it feels so light and free. Although a few online dictionaries say airy fairy means fairy-like, most say it means fanciful, foolish, and impractical. On whose perspective? Grandpa Foolish's or the villagers? There are still so many people who think the idea of energy healing is fanciful and foolish. They probably would call me airy fairy. Why, thank you. Happy-go-lucky means carefree, happy, and unworried. When my Greek teacher taught me words that mean happiness or joy in Greek, she said the highest level is ευτυχία, which literally means good luck in ancient Greek. It makes sense, doesn't it? When we recognize how everything happens for us, how we are so lucky to be alive, living on the beautiful earth that we did not build, having a miraculous body without having to know how to construct it, The happiness that flows from deep within is immense and endless and independent of everyday events. During this moon cycle, say, I am airy-fairy, happy-go-lucky, daily and often, and witness how light you feel and how happy you become from feeling so lucky to be alive. We have reached the end of the Rapid issue number 6. The next issue will arrive at your mailbox on the 18th of July, Tuesday, which is the first day of the 6th month in the Chinese calendar. Yes, the next new moon day.